I hope you're timing me because this won't take long. So some of the benefits of celery cucumber are that this is a drink that's high in calcium, high in vitamins A, C, and K. There's a lot of potassium in it, iron, antioxidants. It reduces inflammation. And it actually tastes pretty good. Sometimes I put in some wheatgrass if I have some that I'm growing at the right stage. Wheatgrass, if you're curious, does not have gluten in it. It's the wheat berries that have the gluten. So if you're trying to stay gluten-free, then you can drink wheatgrass. So I've rinsed off the vegetables already. So as you can see, it juices pretty fast. This is a masticating juicer. For my first year or so, I used a regular juicer that I bought for $60. It didn't work as good with wheatgrass though, so that's why I bought the masticating juicer. So this drink is very filling. And I usually try and make it till noon before I actually eat anything. What I will take with this drink is I'll add some marine phytoplankton. This is grows in the ocean naturally and actually helps produce a lot of oxygen for the earth, most of it, well, a lot of it. And so it's a great superfood. And it helps add oxygen to your blood. The next superfood that I take with my juice is blue-green algae. You know, a lot of people say you gotta take fish oil to get omega-3s. Well, fish oil comes with saturated fat and other impurities, and fish don't produce omega-3s. They eat blue-green algae, phytoplankton, and seaweed. So why not cut out the middleman and quit overfishing our oceans and just take blue-green algae and phytoplankton? Now those are not supplements, those are superfoods. The only supplements that I take are vitamin D3 and vitamin B12. As you know, we all need more vitamin D3 because we don't spend enough time in the sun, especially without our shirts on. So we need vitamin D3, especially in the winter when we just can't get enough vitamin D from the sun. Okay, I'm done. B12 you can't get from a plant-based diet, so you have to supplement that. But the thing that makes these two supplements stand out is they're actually made from whole food. They're not synthetic. And so I've done a lot of research on this, and I really only take these two supplements, and they're not made synthetically in a lab. So that's why I like them. Okay, let's have some juice. So this is for my wife Brenda. She doesn't drink quite as much as I do, so I give her a little bit smaller portion. So I'll go ahead and put a little phytoplankton in it. take my blue-green algae for the day. And my vitamin D and B12. You know, even meat eaters are low on B12 because the animals used to get B12 when they would chew grass and eat grass because they pull up the roots and everything. And B12 is the bacteria that's found in the dirt. And so now that our animals are, you know, fed out of troughs, corn, they don't get the B12. So even the animals are low on B12. So everybody needs a good B12 supplement. Now, a lot of people will ask me, Ted, what about all the fiber that you're wasting? Doesn't your body need that? I'm a big, huge fan of fiber and proponent of it. But in the mornings, I try and just drink my juice because I'm kind of intermittent fasting. I don't feel like this breaks my intermittent fast. I know some people would disagree with me. But I try and go 18 hours without eating. So my eating window is 12 to 6. And so I'll have this in the morning. And I look at this as just like drinking medication for your body. It just gives this time to work without anything else bothering it. The other thing I'm trying to do is give my pancreas an 18-hour break where it doesn't have to make insulin. And this is really low in carbohydrates, so it's not going to require hardly any insulin at all to be produced by the body. So my pancreas and digestive system is getting a 18-hour break every day. And this is great because, you know, our pancreas is overworked. We're eating too much sugar and we're drinking too much sugar. So we've got to cut that down. And one of those ways is to eat less and drink less. And so if you eat less often, now sometimes, you know, I'll get hungry before 12, and so I'll have a big glass of lemon water. In fact, I start my day off with a 20-ounce glass of water. That's the first thing I do in the morning. But then if I start to get hungry, I'll have a glass of lemon water, and sometimes I'll pour in some cayenne pepper. Both of those are real good diet hunger suppressant. So after I do that, then I'll get all my fiber from 12 to 6. So I'll have like sometimes a green smoothie with kale in it and other vegetables, asparagus, whatever vegetables you have laying around, put in your smoothie. And I'll have a hummus wrap. I'll have overnight oats, maybe a big salad. So I get a lot of fiber in my diet. So in the morning, I'm not too worried about it. I'm just drinking that juice and just goes straight in your bloodstream. It's wonderful. So, you know, it has really made me feel better. I've seen the benefits in my life. I remember, gosh, a couple of years ago, I was sitting in my office with my doctor, and he said, you know, your it's called HbA1c is 6.0. My cholesterol was high, over 300. My blood pressure was high, and I was overweight. The doctor said, you're gonna have to start maybe thinking about taking metformin. I'd like to put you on a statin drug. He was, you know, writing me a prescription for it right then, and a blood pressure lowering drug as well. And I said, don't write that prescription. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to change my diet. I'm going to change my lifestyle. And he just kind of snickered. And so I walked away that day and thought, okay, this is it. My pant size was 38 plus. I was starting to think, oh gosh, I think I'm gonna have to go to 40, but I'm not gonna let myself go to size 40 pants. So it was just the right timing. Everything came together at the right time. I got this bad report from the doctor, And so that's when I decided, okay, I'm going to do this. A buddy of mine told me about the celery drink, and so I just started doing that every day. I started exercising more consistently, and um, just eating better, you know. And I cut out animal products. I don't put any animal cholesterol or animal protein into my bloodstream, so I'm not putting plaques and cholesterol into my arteries. And so, you know, my aunt told me and my mom that we should drink our food and eat our drinks. In other words, we should chew our food until it's very well chewed, because that's part of the process. And so one of the things that I do when I drink this juice is I take some kale and I put it on a cookie sheet and I put it in the oven for about 5 minutes, and that helps break down any oxalates that might be in there. You can do this with spinach, with collards, any kind of leafy greens. And I pour a little bit of balsamic vinegar over it after it's cooked, and I cut it up into small pieces, and I chew on that after I drink my juice. And what that does is that helps get your digestive juices into your stomach and helps you process the food that you've just eaten, drank. So anytime you do a smoothie, you should also eat some greens with a little bit of balsamic vinegar poured over it. And what the kale does is it helps your body to produce nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a vasodilator. It helps dilate your blood vessels. And so you're able to exercise better, you're able to run upstairs. It's a great heart disease prevention, because when your body's making more nitric oxide, your blood's flowing faster and you're not building up any inclusions inside your veins. So a year later, I go back to my doctor and my cholesterol's dropped 100 points. It took me 2 years to lose 60 pounds, but I've lost 60 pounds. My blood pressure was 115 over 75, and my HbA1c was 5.3. And so, you know, I'm 61, I feel better than I did when I was 40 and 50 when I was overweight. So I'm very excited to tell you about these things that have worked for me, and I hope that you'll visit my website, tedshealthclub.com. I host a monthly virtual plant-based potluck dinner every month. It's the first Wednesday of every month, and I hope you'll join that. That's on my Facebook page, Ted's Health Club on Facebook. So click the like button below if you feel like this video has helped you, encourage you to improve your health and your eating, and stay away from medications if you can. Have a great day.